Everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and New Biscuit, and we're back for part 2 of the Homunculus in the 3.5 Monster Manual, and we are here making this little guy with wings and arms and legs. Ours doesn't look exactly like that, but it's a proxy and it probably wouldn't. So I'm going to get a really small, not really small, but a small makeup brush, and let's see what kind of detail we have to work with on our model. Alright, so let's get that in the water. Let's get, using that same white, let's go ahead and paint the pages of that book white, and then we'll come back later and wash those to a darker color, or speed paint those to a darker color, so the little cracks in the pages show up a little bit, so you can tell it's a book a little easier. And then we know our homunculus is predominantly green. But I have a lot of green minis. So I think I'm going to do my homunculus in blue. And I think I'm going to do his book in red. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. So let me get some red paint here. Make sure my brush is damp. And let's paint this book red. I think that's as good as I'm getting it. It's very small and hard to see what I'm doing here. Okay. Now I usually would paint things dark, but I want the base, the mortar in between the bricks to be lighter. So what I'm going to start out with is I'm going to get this, oh, I should have brought that paint down, darn me. I'm going to start out with this light gray. And I'm going to paint real careful, like the base. And I'm going to paint in the cracks and all that. The back corner of this book needs a little touch up, so I'm going to grab that while I'm here. There we go. Okay. There's a couple little spots on the pages where I got some red too. It's really hard to see. I apologize. There we go. Alright, I'm going to dry him off some with the hot air gun. I know you guys like magic items. +2 hot air gun of burning. Let's dry all this off. Okay. So I want mine to be blue. I got some different blue colors I could use. I got High Lord, I got Magic Blue, Prismatic Bolt is like a blue-green. That might be cool. I don't know. Let's look over here. What do I got? Oh, I like this crystal blue. So it was not meant to be to use speed paints. You know what? Cardboard really absorbs moisture out of paint. So sometimes it's better to get some tape and use that as a palette. I don't know how much we really need. Make sure your brush is a little damp. Let's paint this fella blue. Now that is an obnoxiously bright blue. Neighbors zooming off to their destiny. Dumb looking. I hope we got most of them. Alright, let's clean our brush. I'm going to put that paint away and get a lighter color of blue. But before that, I want to hit them with a +2 hot air gun of burning. So let's set this out of the way. called Void Shield, and it's much, much lighter. And I'm just going to get the tiniest little blob of that guy. I'm going to get a crappy brush. Something like that. All right. I'm going to get a dab of red here. And do inside his mouth. I'm just going to get the tiniest little brush for that. I had the job brush for the job. Mrs. Doom bought me the Army Painter Wargamer Insane Detail brush. Let me get a little bit of that white. I'm going to wipe off a lot of that. I'm going to touch some of these teeth. What color is the homunculus's eyes? Probably red. No, his eyes are like pink. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to do my guy's eyes in a bright green. And I am going to get a fractional brush for this, which the Insane Detail is probably a fractional brush, but it's not as small as some of my other fractional brushes. I'm going to get that dark blue. I'm going to change the shape of his eyes a little bit so they're not so big and silly. And it won't be as noticeable that they're there, but there's still little eyes there. Okay. Now he looks very cartoony and silly. So I think what I'm going to do is after I suck all the moisture out of my brush there, I'm going to get like a reddish brown. This is called chestnut. I'm going to get a little tiny brush I can use to do some dry brushing with. We'll set that over here for now. We're almost done with that piece of tape. We're going to hit just some of the edges of this book and doll that up a little bit so it's not as vibrant. There we go. Much better. And then I probably have some spots I need to pick up that were white at one point that I got red on. Yep, right there on the corner of the book. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of a anticlimactic video since this is so small I can't see what I'm doing. So I'm going to get some white. I'm going to do a little more touch-up work there. Let's see if I can... That's where we're at right now. So we're going to get our tape that I said we were almost done with. We're going to get a couple colors. First color I'm going to get is this Gravelord Gray. I'm going to get a dab of that. And I'm going to steal a little bit of that, and I'm going to paint the bricks on his base. Well, I'm going to paint some of the bricks on his base with that. Okay. I'm going to paint that one. And that one. And this back one. Okay. Then I'm going to get this color here, which is called Runic Gray. And do that last brick so it's a little different. Okay, now that white should be mostly dry, so let's get some of this off-white pallid bone here. Just a dab of that. And I'm going to get a dab of the speed paint medium to lighten that up and thin it out a little bit. Then I'm going to come in here, mix this up real good. Then I'm going to pull that inside the book and use that darken up the pages and show those little bit of cracks we made with the cuts with our knife. And then you can wipe more of that off if you need to and pull some of that out of there if there's too much. Okay. Now I'm also going to just touch his teeth with that. So anyways, if you like what we're doing here on the channel, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell icon, share this with some friends, leave a comment, go to our website and buy some miniatures. And that'd be awesome. And if you can't, you can't. We understand. Join our Discord, though. Hang out with us. Play some RPs. Paint some minis. Play some video games and stuff. We can answer some questions. I'm not above helping people out that are new to the game, stuff like that. So anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time where the entry is, I think, the Howler, which is going to be a tough one. But this wasn't ideal either. So... But it was fun, wasn't it? We made a little homunculus. So, have a good day.